Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. Hey, we want to give a big shout out to all the fathers for last week. We wasn't on, but we definitely recognize y'all for being who you are. I'm going to give a shout out to Steve Clausen. I told him I was going to give him a shout out, Steve Clausen. Shout out to you. We got a big show for y'all today, and I say you do not want to miss this episode. I repeat, you do not want to miss this episode. This episode is called Why Do I Care? Why should I care? Why should Blow care? Why should you care? We all care about something, but why should we care about the situations that we have at hand, Blow?
Yeah, you're right. It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Again, 704-449-6563. At your followers, at highlight. You already know. Today's topic is, why should I care?
Okay, Jessica, Keisha, we see you. Thank you for coming in today. This is a huge show. This is a big show we got for y'all. We got a lot going on out here today. I mean, we got wars, on every hand. We got illegals being deported. We got riots out in California. And we're going to talk about a little bit of all that today. But, at the end of the day, I want to know why I, Art, you, Blow, you, the watchers and viewers, why do you or why should you care about what's going on? Out there today. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to discuss all that. We got some clips we're going to show you. Y'all know how this works. Throw your cash apps up, like and share the page, and you'll get a cash out. Make sure you like and share. Put at followers, at everyone on your feed, live feed, YouTube feed, or either Facebook feed. And we want to share it to the program. Now, to get us started, we had these people riding out in LA. Me and Blow was talking earlier, and I'm like, Blow, we was talking during the week. I'm looking at what's unfolding, and all these people getting deported, or they want to march in the streets. But I'm saying, why should I care? Where was these people when Black Lives Matter was going on? I didn't see them out there in the streets with you. I seen some white folks out there. I didn't see a lot of other people out there backing you. We know how these things work. I know how they work. Nobody's backing, but I see us out in the middle of the street burning down LA, and why should I care? You did something illegal, you pay for it. That's what we all do. That's what this country is. That's what we did. I voted for Trump to do exactly what he was doing. That's why I voted for the man. I'm going to just put it out there just like that. So if he's deporting people that I voted him to deport, why should I care?
I mean, we got homeless people on the street. They give these people places to stay. These people, we got people that can't get Social Security. They give these people top dollar Social Security. They get free health care. They getting all kind of benefits that we can't get.
Absolutely.
If you make $1.50 too much money, you can't get these benefits, and they're giving them away
for free. And we can't get health care. It costs us an arm and leg. Why should I care if they take a man off a job that my taxpayer is going to? He's working on a job, but they're giving him free health care. That's my tax money that's giving up free health care. I'm still trying to figure out why should I care, because they get the man out of here. If you want to do it, I ain't got no problem with you coming back the right way.
We can always find a sad story.
Absolutely.
We can always find a sad story. That's what they get y'all with. They get y'all with those sad stories.
Right.
There's a lot of sad stories in my life.
Absolutely.
In our life.
Absolutely.
I've been a sad story.
Absolutely. And it ain't too late to be one again. Let's not get that twisted. A guy put up a post the other day. I ain't gonna call his name, and it says something to the nature or effect like this: go ruin your own country. Now, I didn't have the same sentiment as he had. See, don't get me misconstrued with what's going on out here. Go ruin your own country. Well, my reply to him was, you don't have a country. All this is God's country. See, he don't have a country. I don't have a country. All this is God's country. Let's keep that right there. I don't hate a particular person creed, but my thing to him was, but we got to respect the laws and the rules of each country we go to. Because if I went to your country with a flag, you know what I told him? I said, I tell you what, you go over to Mexico with the U.S. flag, you go out in there, you run around with the U.S. flag, burn Mexico's flag and stuff, and see if they can find you in the morning.
Yeah, take
see if they can just find where your body's going to be strolled at in the morning. That's what I said. So you got to go respect the laws of the countries that you go into. It's just that simple. It ain't about the person. It ain't about the race. It's just about respecting what's put out there. I ain't going to have you coming over here disrespecting our laws that I got to abide by. I don't like it.
Yeah. Because anytime they let people just come over here in this country illegally, they doing us a disservice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we can't go nowhere and do that. Yeah.
Locked up for life.
Yeah.
You ain't going to get locked up. Yeah. It ain't going to be a body. They ain't going to be able to find a body to put in the jail.
Absolutely. They ain't going to be able to find a body. If you go over to Mexico with the United States flag and go running around and start burning their flags up in the middle of the streets, they will not find you in the morning. I promise you that.
You ain't even named the half of it. Get bricks and cover your face and bust out their police cars. And
absolutely.
Assault the police and do all this stuff. No.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So I ask that you respect the same law that you expect me to abide by if I go to that country that I live in. So it ain't about going ruining your country. You don't have a country. All of it's God's country. That's my sentiment. That's how I felt about it. It ain't about the people. Just do it the right way. It's a way that you can do it. It's a way I can go over there. All that stuff got to be done the right way.
You can't go nowhere without it being done the right way.
Absolutely. For people that don't like this country over here, and I think that's where it's going to, we got a clip that we getting ready to show you. Okay. And we're just going to do a little follow-up. We're going to comment on it after we look at it. And we want you to comment on it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, one thing for sure is you can't just go anywhere.
No, and do anything.
Especially go to Europe, go to Africa, go to these places. You better have your paperwork right.
Absolutely.
You definitely better have your paperwork right. Here we go.
We voted for Donald Trump, knowing he was going to deport all of these people, knowing he was going to deport every single motherfucker that came across that border illegally, knowing he was going to deport all of these rapists, these murderers, and these fucking gangbangers back to where they came from. That's why we voted for him. And we also don't give a fuck about the tariffs. We don't give a shit about China. We want all of our shit made here. And we want to make sure we stop paying this illegal income tax that wasn't supposed to be in law in the fucking first place. It's the whole reason why we had a revolution. Taxes. So what we want to know is why every Democrat voted no on no tax on tips. Why every Democrat voted no on no tax on overtime. Why every Democrat voted no on no taxes on Social Security. Because you don't give a fuck about the people. You've been stealing the income tax to enrich yourselves, and a lot of you sons of bitches are going to jail. And we want to see the fireworks. First who was the judge, your ass is next.
With that being said, I want somebody to start answering some of them questions. Why everybody vote no on no tax on tips? Why everybody on the Democratic Party vote no on no tax on overtime? And why everybody on the Democratic Party vote no tax on Social Security? But you swear to claim that you like the people, that you're doing something about the people.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all about respect. Absolutely. I just want somebody to start answering some of these questions. You know, everybody's all up in arms and all of this stuff. Why should I care? I mean, that's why I should care about something like that, Blo.
Exactly, because you're going out there standing with people to spend on my tax money, but you don't want to stop them from taking it out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you want them to stay over here, then quit taking our tax money and make them have to pay for it themselves.
Absolutely. Instead of taking mine to do it with.
But it sounds like it's unfair when I say they should have to pay for it themselves, but I have to pay for it myself.
Absolutely.
You got to pay for it yourself.
Absolutely.
That's why we pay taxes. If it's going to be free for anybody, it should be free for the people that pay into it.
Absolutely. And get it back. And you're going to come and give it all to them and then say Social Security is going broke. Make that make sense. How's it going broke when I'm steady putting into it? Who is you giving it to? Where is it going? That's what I'm talking about. But then you get these clowns out in LA going to run around with their flag and go stomp out everything. I mean, going to stomp out our flag with using theirs and holding it up in the air and think ain't nobody supposed to do nothing.
I mean, I've been seeing some of the stuff they putting on these cars. They riding around with cars in our city with disrespectful stuff on them.
Yeah.
How you gonna kick me out of stolen land and all this? See, you being smart now.
Yeah, absolutely. What you mean? Your land stolen too. All the land stolen. I told you from the beginning, it's God's land. It ain't our land, period. So if you own it, you stole it from God too. So don't get it twisted. But when we allow this stuff to run around over here in our country and we not do nothing but facilitate it and go along with it, I got a problem with that, Blo.
I'm with
Yeah, I got a real problem with that. You know, somebody asked one of the girls on one of these clips we got, they asked him about she was saying something about America.
Yeah. Well, we'll just show the clip.
Yeah,
I'll pull the clip up.
yeah, she was saying something about America and it's been bad. That ain't the view I get.
I'm with you on that. Here we go.
Oh, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now?
Oh,
Say it's great right now?
Really?
Yeah. It ain't great for you?
No, not at all.
How?
I mean, I'm living life.
Looking good. You got clothes on. Look well fed.
But that doesn't mean
Got
it's
nice,
great.
beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you.
Got your eyeliner on. You looking good. What kind of bag is that? That's a nice little bag there. You look good. America look good for you. If you were eating out of trash can, I'll tell you something different. America's a great place. I don't understand how we are not acknowledging that. It's great. Look at all these different people out here. Men, women, black, white. You will never see this much diversity anywhere else. It's the greatest place on earth. Everybody can be here and enjoy one another, disagree with each other. We have the freedom of speech, freedom to keep and bear arms. We don't have to worry about the government interfering in our lives for the most part. It's the greatest country ever. And if we don't start acknowledging that, we're going to screw up something good.
Yeah, we're gonna play it one more time for people that didn't catch it or just came into the queue.
I just want to know, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now?
Oh,
Say it's great right now?
Really?
Yeah. It ain't great for you?
No, not at all.
How?
I mean, I'm living life.
Looking good. You got clothes on. Look well fed.
But that doesn't mean
Got
it's
nice,
great.
beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you.
Got your eyeliner on. You looking good. What kind of bag is that? That's a nice little bag there. You look good. America look good for you. If you were eating out of trash can, I'll tell you something different. America's a great place. I don't understand how we are not acknowledging that. It's great. Look at all these different people out here. Men, women, black, white. You will never see this much diversity anywhere else. It's the greatest place on earth. Everybody can be here and enjoy one another, disagree with each other. We have the freedom of speech, freedom to keep and bear arms. We don't have to worry about the government interfering in our lives for the most part. It's the greatest country ever. And if we don't start acknowledging that, we're going to screw up something good.
I just want to know, where are you from?
Absolutely. I agree with the man 100%. You know, everybody talks about it's bad, but where? Everybody that's listening to this right now probably got on good clothes, looking good, well fed, can go make a decent living. The people that's not is just like Blow was mentioning when we was off screen. It's probably the people with habits and stuff like that. Clean that up and you'll get everybody looking good and everybody doing good.
I mean, that was probably the difference in both our lives, just the habits.
Absolutely.
Old habits, once you let habits go, the things that's instilled in you shine through.
They shine through. Drinking, drugs, all that stuff, clubbing, partying all the time. That stuff ain't good.
Nope.
Now you lose focus. Now you swear everything is bad. Do y'all realize that that's what's wrong with most of our kids out here today? They've lost most hope in everything because of the rhetoric that woman was saying. Oh, well, when was America good for black people? Sitting there with probably a $200 coat on, a $300 or $400 purse in her hand, hair did up, all of this stuff, and it's bad for her.
Yeah,
Well, how we get bad out of that?
Yeah, because they got us feeling like we still behind. The chains on your brains.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got your brain all kind of chained up.
Yeah, come on, man. Start looking at it. We said 2 weeks ago when we was on this show, we ain't doing bad for black people. We said we was only 15% of the population. It ain't but 50 million blacks in this country. It's 300 million people. Come on, man.
And we already said it's different kinds of people.
Absolutely.
You got a person that'll work at McDonald's for 15 years, and I start today, and I run the whole building in 6 months.
Exactly. And we got some people that start today and be fired tomorrow because they ain't wanting to do what it takes to get to where they need to get to. I always say that. You know, we got to do what it takes to get to where we need to get to instead of going over there giving no hope, no nothing. Now, I will admit that there are some people out here in this country, predominantly, I'm going to tell you this now, in Democratic ran-led states, okay? You know about California and San Francisco and how bad and drug-ridden that is. Did you know about Pennsylvania? Did you know about the street up there they got that's just definitely all full of nothing but drug addicts, and they got a whole street up there, and they just let them get out there every day. Zombie. This clip that we're about to show you is real and it's true. Trust me on that. You go up there, you go to the street, I think it's Kennesaw Street or something like that. You go up there and you go to the street, and I guarantee you see this every day, all day.
I mean, and this kind of stuff don't make no sense.
No.
And I would say, Arch, you making this up.
No, I'm not making this up. This is real. Live footage. This is not to be made up. Yeah. Now, that America is bad for those people, and I'll tell you why. Because they have to have every one of them in a rehab center somewhere, man, trying to help these people out. You know what I'm saying?
They got the money. The people that's out there that they ain't gonna fighting against ISIS need to be trying to help them.
Absolutely. That people need help, man. That's some of the saddest stuff that I've seen in a long time, man. But that's what's going on.
And those are Americans. Those are people that should have access to our tax money.
Absolutely. And did you notice one thing? Them people wasn't just black.
Nope.
that wasn't just black people out there. Yeah. I mean, the thing is crazy, man, and it's terrible. Yeah, zombies. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. What's up, Chef Florida Boy? We see you out there. Thanks for joining in. Man, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is why, you know, if I wanted to care about something, that's what I'd care about. Right, what we just seen. I wouldn't be caring about nobody that's doing something illegal, getting deported when they know better. Coming in, taking jobs, stuff like that. I mean, come on. We got a clip. We got something too. Did y'all know that most I think it was 76 people. They went in and raided this meat packing plant. And 2 days later, they didn't have room for the people filling out applications. There was so many people putting in there. Not to mention that they had to raise wages. That's what it's all about. Right there.
And this is stuff that people always say, oh, well, you go kick them people out of the country. Who go do the work? Ain't nobody gonna do the work.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I would go out and pick oranges if the pay was right. Yeah, you making $1 million and I'm making $2 on oranges and you making millions of dollars. I'd pick the oranges if you gave me $50 instead of $2. Yeah, all day long. As long as you wanted me to pick them. All you got to do is get the wage right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, come on, man. That's just a fad and a facade to say that. You know, the companies always hollering about, well, they was family. They did. The companies love it. You know why the companies love it? They don't have to provide health insurance. They don't have to provide taxes for these people. The government gonna step in and give them that. So if the government gave me that, I could take a decrease in my pay too. If the government paid for my health care, if the government paid for my food stamps, if I didn't have to pay no taxes and stuff like that, oh shoot, yeah, I'll take a $2 cut all day long or $3. Because the biggest percentage in all them taxes, I might even take a $4 cut. How about that? Yeah.
You're right.
I'm telling you, I definitely would. And that's the problem right there in itself. Well, I should show you this article that I was talking about.
You go ahead. I stroll with you.
All right. After ICE removes illegal workers, job applicants flood meat market plant to replace them. In Nebraska, several businesses say their sales went down after dozens of illegal aliens were detained by ICE. A raid on a meatpacking plant in Nebraska has caused a surge in job applications following the apprehension of 76 employees who were detained and removed from the premises by federal authorities. After just a few days, a dozen illegal workers had already been removed from the state or deported, while more than 60 were taken to detention centers, NBC News reported. What happened after the Immigration and Customs Enforcement raid, though, defied a sentiment that has permeated across the country that no America wants the jobs that illegal workers perform, which is a lie. They do want them, but they want them with better pay. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, they want them with better pay. That's just the bottom line. They want that stuff with better pay, and that's the problem. Hey, Dallas Mail, man, we ready to see that. Yeah, and that's a fact. You know, that is a fact. People will do those jobs. You just have to pay the people. These greedy companies out here don't want to pay nothing, or they want the government to pay the other half of what they shouldn't get. They're the ones making out. But that money comes from our taxes that we are paying from somewhere else. And guess what? If these people ain't employed because of low wages, that means we got to pay more in taxes. Yeah. That's why they try to squeeze us, the people that are working, out of more tax money. The place was filled. They said it wasn't standing room in there to fill out applications. That's how many people was applying.
Yeah. So that means that's just the myth.
Yeah,
see, that's what they do. They say something, you believe it just because they say it.
Yeah.
And I believe it's a myth that people really ain't making money. I think they getting paid something.
They getting paid something.
I don't think they just getting. I don't think they getting no $5, $10 no hour.
If you making $8 an hour and I'm making 12, you don't have nothing coming out of your check. And I got all this medical, dental, federal taxes, state taxes, all this stuff coming out of my check. I might as well be making $8 an hour or $7.
Yep, if they go provide everything I got to pay for.
Exactly. I'd rather, as a matter of fact, if you pay all that, give me all my money. And I ain't paying no taxes. Man, stop it. That is a lie from the bottom pits of hell. Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Tyrone? Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that is a lie. It don't look like we're getting a lot of our messages coming through for some reason.
Yeah, probably some of them coming.
Oh,
they should be coming up, though.
Yeah. Some of my messages don't seem to be coming through, but unless they're coming through late.
So, yeah, I think we got
all. Oh, we got them all.
Yeah, we got all these in there.
All right, that's a fact. Well, you know, you made the company $1 billion instead of giving you a okay.
So you make the company $1 billion instead of giving you a raise, they'll provide pizza for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's how they do my job all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then at the end of the year, like they don't want to give me no real bump. Exactly. Come on, man. I see the numbers.
They get more benefits. What was that saying?
They get more benefits than us, but the cost of living in Mexico is so cheap, they send our money home and it goes a long way over there. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, that money go. Yeah. What's up, Cal Mal? We see you out there. Hey, today's subject for y'all that's coming in late is why should I care? Why should I care that all the immigrations are getting sent back and they marching around in our streets with their flags and burning up stuff? Just like I told you, you get our flag, go over to another country, burn up their flag in their streets, and we'll look for your body in the morning all over the place. Because you won't be able to find you. That's what happens when you go to other countries, disrespecting other countries. But when you come to this country, they seem to think that it's okay, and you got people that's backing that.
Yeah. People that look like us.
Absolutely. Steady back in that trash and knowing they can't leave here and do nothing.
It's just like moving to Jamaica. Our money is worth thousands over there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth it. What's up, Gaslighter? We see you. Thanks for coming in today. We done showed a few clips. We still got a few more to show. We just telling you, man, that it's some things that we ought to care about in this country and other things I feel like we shouldn't care about in this country. And that's just the bottom line. We definitely ought to care about these people that we just showed you. All those people up there in Pennsylvania, man, it's pitiful. We just showed the clip. If y'all came in late, we'll probably get a chance to show it again later on. You know, we showed the girl.
Send them all home.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
You ain't got your paperwork, right? It's a way to get over here legally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a legal way. You can get a work visa. You can get all kind of ways to school. You can get over here legally. Just abide by the laws. That's all people asking. And they think that we done did somebody a big disservice. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about the war toward the end of the day, so don't get it twisted. You know, we're going to talk about what's going on in the war. Some people don't agree with it, but we just showed you the clip. We voted for everything we getting right now. I ain't mad at nobody. You know, I ain't mad at nobody for doing what I don't like the war in Israel. I will say that. I don't like backing Israel on nothing. I'm going to just be honest with you because I don't like the way they did Gaza over there and bomb them people. You know, that's a fact.
So I watched the new Simpson prediction and saw June 30th we will lose our phone privilege. They will shut down everything. We will be complete darkness. Well, I mean, my thing is by this time, I ain't worried about the Simpsons. Criminals are the ones coming.
Yeah, absolutely. They're coming. They're the ones that's out in the streets marching. I mean, hey, if I had to go back, I'd probably be marching too. But I know to do it the right way, so I wouldn't be out in the street with them. I'd be trying to do the thing the right way to get in the right way.
I understand your concern, Taiwan, but I mean, it's been a lot of stuff. I mean, I remember they said this will happen today. This is supposed to happen this day.
Year 2000.
Yeah, I mean,
when 2000, all the computers supposed to have shut down.
We still doing that today.
Yeah,
we still doing that 25 years later.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be tricked. You know what that is? We talked about this about 3 or 4 weeks ago on the show. That's the Chicken Little effect. That's the Chicken Little. The sky's falling, the sky falling, and that's all. And wasn't no sky falling. Now, could something happen? Absolutely. Do I think we got sleeper cells running around this country? Absolutely. Why do I think that? Because Biden let in 20 million people who don't even know who those people were. That's why I think that.
They could at least give us construction work back. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's definitely
right now.
Don't try it. Don't try it, but they hiring 100 right now.
Right now, I done seen more black people with signs being held up doing construction work and landscaping, and all that. Hey, Mr. Opportunity, glad to see you join us today. We got some more clips we want to show you.
Yep.
What's the next one coming up, Blow?
Let me see what we got next. We got quite a few lined up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just want to show you. We trying to figure out today, why should I care, man, about the stuff that's going on? If it's not bothering me, it's not doing me, but I got a reason to care. I think Dave Chappelle, he summed it up pretty good. We got a clip of him. And, you know, if you really pay attention to what he's saying, it makes a lot of sense.
You don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it because I hear it every day. He's very loved. The reason he's loved is because people in Ohio have never seen somebody like him. That first debate, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at his lungs, "This whole system is rigged," he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, "No, it's not." I said, "Now, wait a minute, bro. It's what he said." And the moderator said, "Well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence?" Remember what he said, bro? He said, "I know the system is rigged because I use it." I said, "God damn." No one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, "This man doesn't pay his taxes." He shot right back. "That makes me smart." And then he said, "If you want me to pay my taxes, then change the tax code."
And she could have done this years ago, by the way. She was a United States Senator. She complains that Donald Trump took advantage of the tax code. Well, Why didn't you change it? Why didn't you change it when you were a senator?
But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors enjoy the same tax breaks that I do.
The reason you didn't is that all your friends take the same advantage that I do. And I do.
And with that, my friends, the star was born.
And to be honest with you, that's the whole truth of the matter. These people start doing that, and that's what happens right there. These people are in on it, but they want to cry wolf. They want to say somebody's doing something when you're doing it yourself. That's what I don't like about that party. We call them the hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they all hypocrites. You crying about somebody else, and you doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't like the tax codes, why didn't you change it? You was in the Senate, you had control. How come you didn't change the law? Yeah, you didn't want to. That's what the problem is. Now you mad because somebody's using the same laws that your friend is using and try to spin it. And we fall for the same okie doke all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we got to stop falling for this kind of mess. I mean, so when they're out here crying wolf about somebody's doing this, they're talking about our Medicaid, our Medicare, they're taking health care, they're going into Social Security. If you worrying about Social Security, why did you vote for no tax on Social Security? Why did you vote no on that bill? I don't get it. Why you vote no on a bill that say no taxes on Social Security and you running around worrying about somebody doing something with Social Security?
Yeah, we want them to keep getting it as long as we get our part out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, are you serious? These same people running around hollering this mess is the same ones that vote no on the bill that stop taxing Social Security. Now you make that make sense.
Yeah. They got the wrong animal representing the party.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man, come on. Y'all, we got to pay attention out here, man. We losing it because we ain't paying attention. Somebody just say something and we just get right on it.
Yep, exactly. They're hypocrites.
Yeah, sure is a hypocrite. That's backwards, all outdoors.
We talk about this all the time. You got D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey, them got the biggest houses in the state they live in.
Yeah.
And come on the radio every day and tell us how we being oppressed.
Yeah.
And how ain't no place for black people.
Yeah. And we definitely showed you the clip a while ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We showed you the clip a while ago. At that, what? How you doing bad? You looking good. Every one of you on this show today is looking good. I know you're looking good.
Yep.
You got good food. You got good hair. You got everything looking good. The people that don't is the people that's being left out because they got some kind of addiction or something.
Yep, and they got us brainwashed because me and Art already told you the week before last. Everything you think you really missing out on in life, you really ain't missing out on nothing.
Absolutely.
You get to go to work, right? You get to go to work and you get to come home. Everybody want to drive in everybody want the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Everybody want the big mansion in the gated community.
Right.
But them people ain't never at home.
Absolutely.
At least you get to go to the grocery store and go to the house.
Yeah.
Them people is not at home.
Absolutely.
Them people own business. Them people out the country. Them people are somewhere making the money
Working
to keep it. They probably spend a month and a half worth of nights at their house a year.
Absolutely. I'm included. I'm just telling you. You got to work hard. If you want it, you got to go get it. Yeah. You can have the same thing somebody else had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This thing, man, I'm telling you, this thing is real.
Yeah, we is in some great times.
Absolutely. We doing real good. We told you that. We told you that 2 weeks ago. We told you you ain't as bad off as you think you is.
Never have been. and then we the same people that be swearing up and down. We wish somebody would, but you scared. Every chance you get to get scared, they run. How do they run us with fear? I don't get it. They'll get us to do some foolishness, but then they can scare the same people. So they allow you to go to California and tear up something on behalf of people that's spending your tax money in ways that if you ain't got money, you can't get the service.
You can't get the same thing they get. I don't get that.
I don't get that either, and you fighting for that.
Yeah, that's where you spend your time fighting on. Yeah, why should I care about that? Just somebody tell me one reason. Why should I care about it? I already told you that it's not about the people.
Nope.
It's not about the people themselves. It's just about respect. Somebody put it in the comments. It's just about respect. It's about doing things the right way. If I got to do it the right way, I think you ought to do it the right way. Exactly. I told you we can't go to no other country and take your flag and go run around in the country, tearing up their police cars. Try it. and see if they can find out where you at in the morning. I'm just saying. See
I mean,
if they
it's
can
all
find you in the morning.
I mean, it's all about breaking the law. You go break the law with that. I done broke the law before,
Absolutely.
and I went to jail for it,
Yeah.
and I got sentenced for it, and I did the time for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just telling you, if I got to do it, you should. What makes you different?
I mean, ain't nobody march on behalf of Blow and Art.
Right. I'm just saying, you say they separated kids from their families and was giving them $500,000. They separated so many blacks from their families and didn't give them a dime, and I didn't see not one person out there marching for it. Where was the big-headed Al Sharpton? Where was the Jesse Jacksons, the Oprah Winfreys, the Michelle Obamas? Where was all of these people when they were separating all these men from their families over a dime rock? No drugs, nothing else. Where was these people at, man? Y'all got to start speaking up. Where was they at? So why should I care? Because they sending somebody else back for breaking the freaking law. Oh, man, come on, man. Y'all how to stop that, man. Y'all how to stop it right now. Stop getting on these shows and on these places talking about, oh, this is happening and that is happening. And you won't say a word when it comes to your own people. You'll keep your mouth shut. I didn't see nobody out there marching for Blow. I ain't see nobody marching for me. I ain't see nobody marching for everybody that got mistreated in this system. Yeah, I ain't heard nobody marching. Where the hell was Al Sharpton at? Where you at now?
And these people broke
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah, and they broke the law. That's what you would tell me.
They better stop playing with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now everybody, exactly. Now everybody want everybody to march with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I ain't seen nobody marching. Period. Where was they at our time? Where was they at doing George Floyd? Where was they at? I didn't see them out there. Yeah. Yeah, where was they at? Nowhere. Couldn't find them. They was doing minding their business like we ought to be doing. Blow always say, why you minding somebody else's business when you should be minding your own?
You definitely should be.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy. We done showed y'all all this stuff today, man. We done showed you how these people are. We done showed you how they crooks and ain't no earthly good and stuff like that.
Yeah, everybody was busy that day.
Yeah, absolutely. They were busy that day. When it really counted, no, they wasn't nowhere. Yeah, but now all of a sudden they want us in every city marching. And you got these clown politicians coming out saying, oh, we want to march. We want to stand against a king. A king? What king? Let me tell you something. I ain't seen not one Republican, one MAGA person saying Donald Trump was a king. The only person that called him a king was them clown Democrats that put that status on him. Everybody else say president. I'm just saying, man, stop being tricked.
Exactly. I ain't marching for nobody but God either.
Absolutely. I ain't either. That's who you want to march for if you want to march for somebody. March for something that's right, not for some clowns getting on here and all these politicians wanting to get locked up trying to show them a name. If it was me, I'd be locking every one of them up. Yeah, every politician that came out, I'd be putting them in handcuffs and actually throwing them in jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't stand against what we're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. You standing up there because you want to make a name. You think people gonna get behind that mess. I'm really glad people starting to wake up out here and see exactly what's going on. I really appreciate that, man. The opening your eyes and opening your ears. Yeah. But that's what we do every day, man. We get out here and show them.
Yeah, was literally mad. He played their game better than them. Well, he just did what he said they were gonna do. We already been told you they to do nothing. Democrats.
Absolutely.
They tell you what they gonna do and they don't do nothing. They said they were gonna pay everybody's student loans. Only a handful got paid.
Absolutely.
Them people don't do nothing. They said they gonna do.
They never done nothing. Every time I ask somebody what has they done for the black community, nobody ever answers me. I mean, that's crazy.
And the stuff they did do ain't do nothing but set us back.
Yeah.
All this, they ain't gonna give you welfare, and they ain't go all these checks in this worst first, and you can't make but a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Keep you at the bottom.
That did not help you. I'm sorry.
Can't whoop your kids.
Right. The
We
man
already
can't be in the house.
Biden put the drug bill in play. Got the man all the way out the way.
Yeah.
You see, the open your eyes to be blind. That's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. They play this game like Hillary Clinton was playing.
No reparations or nothing.
Yeah.
They stopped talking about that.
Yeah, they play this game like Hillary Clinton was playing. Oh, Donald Trump don't pay his taxes. Donald Trump simply told her, we played the clip, that if you wanted to do that, you could have changed the tax laws. You was in power. How come you didn't change it? Because you get just as much as he do. You get the same breaks.
Yeah, they benefit. Well, we already know that.
Yeah, they benefit them.
This place
Absolutely.
is not under God. They even took that out the thing. They want that out the Pledge of Allegiance. Out the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
One nation under God. Oh, they done put a whole nother line.
None of what they doing is God driven, man.
No, that's unoriginal, man. If all men and men and all women and women ain't no more babies,
Absolutely.
the world would be gone.
Even animals understand that. It take two to make a baby.
I mean, you definitely got to dango multiply.
Yeah, absolutely. Be fruitful and multiply. That was the thing. Okay, we got any more clips, Blow?
Oh, yo, we gotta talk about the war a little bit.
All right, we're gonna use this last bit of time to talk about the war. Now, personally, I'm gonna give you my view. My view might not be y'all view. I personally don't like Israel because of what they done. They committed genocide over in the Gaza Strip. I tell you this every time we come on. What they did was like going down to Panther Stadium and somebody saying it's a terrorist in here. And instead of looking for the terrorists, they just blow up the whole freaking building and everybody in it. That's what they did. You can compare that to that. Now, if that ain't genocide, I don't know what it is. That's why I don't like us standing with Israel. They always make something out of that, but that's why I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, that work first was the first downfall. Yeah, because if you got it, they wanted you to turn the man up.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They can get him on child support.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted them on child support.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, man, I don't stand with nobody that's evil when you go in there. It wasn't but 40,000 Hamas members. You can't find 40,000 people, and you got to kill up over 2 million people. It was 2 million people over there in Gaza. And he bombing everything, and they shutting it up, acting like they ain't did nothing over there. Man, they kill up a bunch of people over there. Them facts. You talking about standing with somebody like that? I don't stand with no foolishness like that. If I have an out against Trump, that's it. I don't want to stand with them people. If we got something to do with it, Iran ourselves, and we want to get rid of the nukes, okay, I can deal with that. But I ain't want to deal with standing with nobody who done nothing like what he done, man. The man ought to be locked up, if you ask me.
I'm not against them getting rid of the nukes, though.
No.
It don't take nothing but one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and if we got the drop on the people, let's go ahead and make the play. But like you say, we already know how it comes when it goes to certain things, when it comes to Israel and Jews and stuff.
Yeah, you're tied to the anti-Semitic crap.
Yeah, stuff that's tied to the Bible.
Yeah.
We already know you speak up against the Jews, whether they right or they wrong. Especially if they wrong, they gonna say you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
You know, Israel can't do no wrong.
Well, where's that at in the Bible? Where's Israel can't do no wrong in the Bible? That's what I want to find out, since we want to go to the Bible. Where's that at? Somebody gonna bring that out? They can't do no wrong? Come on, man. Yeah, you can do some wrong. And you don't get rewarded for doing wrong. That's the whole problem. That's the problem I got with these people out here trying to reward people for breaking into the country. That's the biggest problem it is. Don't do that.
You know, Israel, like you can't say anything about them. That's just like the Jews.
Yeah. You can't say nothing about them. Why not? They say something about everybody else. If you can't say nothing about them, why say something about the blacks? Why say something about the whites, the Asians, everybody else, the Mexicans, anybody, Latinos, anybody.
And nobody really, even down to Kanye, he really don't got no heart with the Jews. He's just saying that the way they do business is the way that everybody should do business.
Absolutely.
They got their family members and generations down the line tied up in their contracts that they make.
Absolutely.
Why don't we have the same liberties?
Yeah, to do that. You know, and if they use people, they use people. We know that.
Yeah.
Come on, man, stop playing. Yeah. Yeah, we know they think you can't say anything about it, but they can talk about everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's nowhere in the Bible.
Absolutely, it's nowhere in the Bible. They can't. You tell me where that's at. You know you can be bad and get rewarded for it. That ain't in there. Come on, man. You know, when people speak the truth, they want to shut it down. That's the whole problem. Donald Trump told Hillary Clinton them the problem. They want to shut it down ever since then. Just like Dave Chappelle just said. Oh, well, Saul was born then. Yeah, because he caught him and told him the same thing was what they was doing, he was doing. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, we gonna show that last clip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so basically, you know, everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I see a lot of people on my Facebook page this morning, they scared. They got the video of all the people, all the Iran soldiers jumping up and down. Oh, did you see the clip?
No, I didn't
Oh,
see
well,
that
they got a
clip.
clip where they look like they look like they ready, boy.
Okay.
They look like they ready, boy. They look like they had some Lil Jon playing in the background. They jumping up and down. They got the motorcycles out there. They got them. They jumping up and down doing they ready.
Well, we got to go ahead and realize that them the same people that's always hollering death to America. You want to know where that come from? That's where it comes, straight out of there. Okay, that's right. Yeah. You keep hollering that if you want to.
Yeah. But we're about to show you a video.
Yeah.
And no matter what you think about who in charge of the country, no matter what you think about this place, like I say all the time, a lot of people don't want to go nowhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you still here?
And this is a kind of old clip, but this rang true today. You can say what you want to say about America,
Yeah,
but you don't want that smoke.
yeah, exactly.
They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
And that's the way we feel about it. You know, Roman Empire stood on business just like this. Well, yeah, and the Roman Empire did fall, but he did say that. And, you know, we have to stand with our country regardless. Hey, this is the only country we got. Unfortunately, we ain't got no more countries. That's why you got to stand with where you're at. You don't have another country. Oh, we got just one. It'd be fine if we had a couple countries. Oh, I got another country. I can just run over to the other country. That's my other country over there. No, you ain't got but one country. That's this one. You know, we pick the people that we want in charge. We pick Trump, he in charge. He's doing everything that we asked him to do. He's doing some things I don't like he's doing. I don't really like the bunker busters we went down in there. I don't necessarily like it because I don't like nobody to kill. And he ran on stopping the wars and stuff like that. Ain't been able to get it done. I mean, he ain't been able to get it done with Zelensky and all of them. They had a deal on the table. But these people, well, you got to realize we got a bunch of warmongers in our Congress, in our Senate. Man, them people getting paid off. Oh, man, the media is too complicit because they pay them off too. If you understood how the government works, you would be a lot sharper today and understand what's really going on. These people are being paid off by the weapons manufacturers. Them people are making billions of dollars. Every time we drop a bunker buster, you know how much money that one bunker buster cost? Good God, to replace it?
Well, he dropped a whole bunch of them last
Absolutely. Night. So now the weapons manufacturers lifting their chop. We making all this money. That's why they go back and they give money to the politicians, all for their re-election campaigns. They give them money for trips. They send stuff probably to offshore accounts. You know, all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's how they get rich going in there. And rich, they go in there broke and come out rich. They sell us off. We've been sold off. They've been captured. Just about every one of them in Congress and in the Senate. Both, they all been captured by this military industrial complex. If not by them, by Big Pharma, where these people got billions and billions of dollars just to throw around. But they want you to be mad at Elon Musk. Yeah. Come on, man. These the people that's running the show. These the people, these weapon manufacturers and Big Pharma, they running this country. Yeah. Yeah. And not to mention the insurance agencies. Let me tell you something. The insurance agencies run a lot of they run the whole trucking industry these days. Did y'all know that? The insurance company. A company can't hire you if the insurance company say, no, we don't want him on there. We don't like something on his record. We don't like something on his driving record. Don't you know the man can't hire you because he'll cut his insurance off and we'll tell him we'll raise his rates up? Yeah. If he tell him to get rid of you, no, you have to get rid of the man can't even run his own business. Yeah. That's who's running that. That's who's running that. The insurance company. Tell them who to hire and who to fire. You don't even have a business. These people running everything. People with all this money out here. We have to understand that insurance companies are a big ripoff. We had a show about that about 4 or 5 weeks ago, about how the insurance companies ain't nothing but ripoffs. We could have our own health care. All the money that we paying in the Blue Cross Blue Shield, all these clowns out here, and United Healthcare, if everybody's money went into one big pot to be managed, all the billions that they taking to build them big billions and stuff, big buildings and stuff, and millions going into their pockets, all that money could just go and pay everybody's health care. Just like that. It could go and build its own self up and pay everybody's health care, and those clowns won't be getting nothing. They ain't nothing but a freaking middleman. I don't even know why we need them. Yeah, what they do is get everybody's money, gather everybody's money up and put it in the stock market and make money with it, build big buildings, charge us an astronomical price for them just managing our money that we're putting in to start with. And then they won't pay half your bill when it comes time. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
They need the money. They gonna still make you pay the deductible.
Yeah, you're gonna be paying the money back. So they making money off all that money that everybody putting in, when all that money could be making money on its own, just sitting in a pile, and so everybody need it. Everybody in the world can have health care free. Wouldn't have to pay nothing.
And not to speak on all the people that can't afford the deductible and don't even get the benefit off all the money they've been paying in.
Thank you. Or they pay in their whole life and never use it. That's free money to them.
Yeah.
That could be somebody else's hospital bill. That's the kind of stuff I want Trump to start addressing. These scammers, they scammers.
Yeah, you're right. The biggest scam on the American people is insurance.
It's insurance. Yeah. Yeah, they got it all tricked up too. Yeah, and then Congress will pass some dumb bill like, oh, you can't question the insurance company. They pass stupid stuff like that. Why? The insurance company lining their pockets too. They getting money from all over the place. Yeah, that's a fact. These people are crooked, man, and we have to start understanding that. You get these people out here, and you see a politician out here marching for a cause, you better look at it real good.
Yeah, because other countries already have free health care.
Thank you. Now, wonder how they all can get free health care, and we the biggest country and the richest country in the world, and we got the poorest health care. And then they cry about RFK. Do you hear them Democrats crying about RFK? Somebody who's actually trying to make America healthy again. Somebody who's actually trying to get this crap out of the foods instead of being bought off by the big food companies, and he trying to get that mess out of our foods. I mean, how you gonna be mad at that? I mean, don't nobody ever want to answer these questions that I have to ask. How you mad at somebody who's trying to actually help you? But you go get Hillary Clinton and ask her that question. Go get Barack Obama, Mr. Saint. Go get Michelle Obama. Ask her those questions. How you mad at this man who's actually trying to get stuff out of food? And I ain't never heard you say take nothing out of food, and you didn't even try to do it. Yeah. This stuff that they know killing people, all these yellow dyes and all these dyes and all these companies, they're allowing these companies to put in these forever chemicals and stuff. Yeah. Letting them just shoot up babies with stuff that they don't need to start with. I'm glad they banned that vaccine from children. They should have banned it from a grown-up who ought to have better sense than to let these folks put something in their body that they ain't never tested. No.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly it is. That's true. It ain't allegedly they did. They didn't test that. The fact is already out. You can't hide it.
You know them people, they'll strip us down.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna strip you from telling the truth. It's out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they leave a lie up. The truth come down.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the truth comes down. That's true, and they'll leave a lie up. It's still plenty of lies up. Telling that the lie is still up. That's telling you that you won't be able to transmit it if you take the thing. Which that's a lie, and it's still up. You can go find it. Biden said it. Yeah, a bunch of them said it. I tell you, this stuff really pisses me off a lot of times, man. Yeah, it do, man. I get pissed off because we can't see the fire from the forest for the trees. It's right there in front of you. Don't let these people keep tricking you, man, leading you on out there marching. It shouldn't be a march nowhere. I seen them people in Chicago, all them black people in Chicago say, come on, Trump and ICE, come and get them. Yeah, I seen them up there saying it because they know what's going on. They know what's going on in their neighborhoods. They know they getting left out. And you got a clown of a mayor up there who said, oh, yeah, we got to help them with the sanctuary city. Sanctuary? You ain't got a sanctuary for your own people. How you going to have a sanctuary for somebody else? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, sanctuary, all this sanctuary crap. You can't even sanctuary your own people.
People out there look like zombies, man.
Yeah.
That lady was backwards on the.
Put that clip back up, bro. We'll show it one more time for the people that wasn't on here when we showed it the first time.
I mean, this stuff is sad. I mean,
Yeah, it's sad.
It don't make no sense, man. And that's a sanctuary city.
Yeah, that's sanctuary. Yeah, I see the sanctuary.
Look like the daggone cemetery.
Yeah, it's still a sanctuary.
Look like the sanctuary. Look like a daggone cemetery.
Yeah.
Here we go, right here. Let me check it out.
Absolutely. We ought to pray for them. We ought to pray that these politicians get off their butt and really do something about their cities, man, and stop condoning all this foolishness out there. Yeah, that's terrible. You know, that's what we're working with out here, man. And that's sad. It's really a sad day in the neighborhood when we got to do stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, it's pitiful. That's what I care about. That last clip. I don't care nobody coming in here and breaking the law, coming into the country. You know you ain't came in the right way. I don't care if you send them back and make them come in the right way. That ain't what I care. Why should I care about that when I got a whole bunch of other stuff to care about?
You got people, man, one of you saying they was passed out mid-transaction.
Yeah.
the dealer passed out and the person, she got her purse open looking for the money. Sleep, he trying to hand over the product to Sleep. God almighty, these people that fell out mid-transaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it looked like, The Walking Dead. And that's facts. That is true footage right there. They've been talking about that street up there, and they won't do nothing about it. Remember, that's a Democrat red state up there, city. Philadelphia is ran by Democrats and mostly all blacks, okay? And they let all of that stuff go on up there, man. San Francisco, about the same. Yeah. But then they out in the streets marching for somebody else. Yeah, how can somebody ain't marching for them people?
Stepping right over them.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
How come somebody ain't giving them some money to build? Why don't you build a building? All the millions you giving out, why don't you just give some millions and build something for them people to go into some type of rehab, man, and help them people out? Just to let them linger around like that out there, that's a shame. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Yeah. All right, they say the clock is time for us to get out of here. Yeah. We want to thank everybody for coming and joining in today. It's one thing for certain.
There's two things for sure.
We're gonna tell the truth
Because it's time.
because it's time. Y'all be blessed, and we definitely gonna be back next week. Same place, same time.
Yeah, we out of here.